So, how are we doing, guys? Can you hear me? This is weekly update number 81. And I'm doing a sound check. I want you to guys tell me if you can hear me, because as you can see, I'm not in the office today because I'm on holiday this week. Woo! So I'm at home doing the live this week. And to be honest, it's been a while since I've done it here, so I'm a little bit lost of what I'm doing. But anyway, this week's live, we have got visa updates, anniversary celebrations, birthday celebrations. Great new idea from Jane. We've got all sorts of food and stuff coming up in our Spain section. We've got our YouTube comments and lots more. This is our weekly update number 81. And someone, if you've got 16 people watching, so please drop me in the comments a note to say that you can actually hear me today. So let's jump on to the comments first of all, shall we see who's actually on? So it would really help if I opened up my my browser stuff, wouldn't it, to bring over here as well? I'm all lost because normally I go right to left, and today I'm left to right because I've set up the thing behind me. So let's jump on to the comments. Who is about? Yes, Steve's. You're coming up in a minute, Steve. All right, so we've got here, Donald was on. Hi from Almuñeca. Christine was great this week whilst getting the NIE certificate. Well done, Donald. I tell you what, it was a 50-50 bet if that appointment was going to happen, because I didn't think we were going to get appointments that week. That's the honest truth. Last year, this last week just jumped. We were looking for appointments for the last week of August. Boom, it jumped straight to September. So when it came up, we booked it. Christine was there. Well done. Another step in the right direction for your move to Spain. But I have to say, Donald, your fan is currently in Montreal. I'm not too sure why. They wouldn't deliver it. I'm afraid. So you have got a fan that's in Montreal. Alexander, loud and clear. Donald, loud and clear. Nice one. And we've got here Steve. Hello, Chris, loud and clear. Arriving Saturday. I know you're arriving Saturday, Steve, because believe it or not, albeit I'm on holiday, I'm doing a couple of little bits. And today I paid your TIE card taxes. So it's all ready for your arrival. So that's been done as well. Alan's on. Yeah, Alan's 13 weeks now waiting for the visa. Yeah, I know we've got a few people now which have hit the 12-week mark. And we're sending letters out to consulates and stuff to try and push them on. I'm hoping that this next week, first week, look back at the visas last year, in the first week of September, we seem to have a bit of an influx of visas dropping in, but Manchester really are dragging their heels at the moment, I can tell you. And Sarah's on. You're coming up in a minute. Steve, how you doing? I think you emailed me, Steve. I'll get to all your emails. I've got quite a backlog on emails at the moment because I've been away and taking a little bit of a digital break, but don't worry, guys. They will all things which aren't urgent will be answered 8 o'clock Monday morning. You'll get a reply. And in Kezron, hola todos, all clear. That's good. So this little USB mic thing I've got is working. So anyway, thank you guys for jumping on. 25 people on today. So yeah, I'm nice and relaxed and been chilling out, I have to say. That's one of the nice things, been chilling out. So we've got 25 people on. That's cool. Where were we going to start here? So first of all, we're going to start out with a fantastic shout out here. I want to show you a photo. This is Steve and Sarah who are on the live. Happy anniversary, guys. And that is you with your visas. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. You got your visas now. And it's also your anniversary today, and you're part of this whole journey. You've got married. We spoke before you got married, I think. If I remember correctly, we spoke before you got married. And I just want to say for all the team, happy anniversary, guys. And I'm so pleased that you got your visas. And we've so far been on this journey with you. And also you're coming at the end of the month, and the exciting time starts to get your TIE card. So well done, guys. It's a lovely photo. Love getting photos like that, especially when you know, it's not just, it's a journey, isn't it, that we go on with our clients. It's not just, okay, you've got to do this, this, and this. For those of you who go through the residency process, you know, you do go through a journey. Sometimes there's bumps in the road, like with Steve, had a letter asking for further financial information, and I think it took us about 3 days to get the letter put together, the different things, and another journey back up to Manchester. But look, it makes it all worth it because it's your anniversary. You've been for a spa today, I believe, as well. Very jealous. And you're moving to Spain, so congratulations, guys. Also, I will want to say congratulations to Robbo, who you'll see on the channel as well. He had his year anniversary and tagged me in and tagged Upsticks in a YouTube post, so that's great. Thanks, Robbo, for that. And also wanted to say happy birthday, because this Monday past, it was my daughter's birthday. She was 9 years old, so I want to say happy birthday to my daughter. My nephew Mikey, who was 29 years old, born on the same day, 20 years apart, and also my mate Jamie, because the 25th of August is a very, very busy time for us, I can tell you. Okay then, so let's crack on. So we've got the celebrations out the way. What have we got going on here? So we have so Steve's visa, I've got it down as 11-week visa for you, Steve. You'll correct me if I'm wrong on the comments, but I think that took 11 weeks for you to come through. And we've just had another visa which came through on Monday, which was London to Murcia, which was exactly 25 days. So London is knocking out the ballpark as well. I got a notification as well from one of our followers and one of our clients that they had a notification 2 weeks that it was going to come through. Haven't had the picture of the visa yet, but who knows? They could be on the way for London 2 weeks. But yeah, Manchester are dragging their heels, I'm afraid. Also, I didn't have a chance, because I've been on holiday, to contact people who got their renewals approved this week, because I literally just got the approvals in and pinged them over to the office so they could deal with them. But just like to say congratulations. You know who you are. For you guys out there, I haven't asked to say your names. I'm not going to say your name, but we got 4 renewals through Murcia, all in Camposol. And they all came out first time, no questions asked, and it's a post 20th of May, which is the new law as well, which I was really pleased with, that they came out first time. So congratulations, guys, for getting your renewals. And we also got 4 renewals through Malaga as well. So that's the 4 renewals approved in Malaga, and they took for ages. The Malaga ones take around 4 months to come through, unfortunately, at the moment, but they are coming through. So what else have we got here? We have what do we have coming through here? We have a phone call coming through at the moment. I don't know if you could hear that. There we go. So a nice review here from Jill. Thank you, Jill. Absolutely amazing job from start to finish, guiding and providing all the forms and paperwork we needed, enable us to carry out our dream of returning to Spain, even with the backlogs at the embassies. We were kept informed, appointments made, and translators provided. It's been an absolute pleasure, and would highly recommend Upsticks to make your dream relocation as smooth as possible. Thank you so much for that review. So all these things help when you get in the office and you're getting bogged down. You see that, it's great. Another thing that we got as well today for one of our clients in Alicante was an autorización de regreso. Now, these are quite hard to get. So if you've got a TIE card which is expired and you're waiting for your renewal to come through, in theory, you need to have an authorization to return into Spain. In Malaga, they're quite simple appointments, but they're quite hard to get. So once you actually go, you have to pay a tax, which is the Modelo 790-012. Okay, I'm going to explain to you now in Alicante how that's different. Because it is the comisaría, the people who issue the TIE cards, who actually give you the autorización de regreso. The tax is around €10.40, I think, something like that. So it's application forms, proof that you've made the submission, your tax paid, and you go to your appointment, and they give you a certificate which you can present at the border guard if asked for a TIE card saying that you are renewing it. And these are going to become a lot more important moving forward, because at the moment, the honest truth is, people with expired TIE cards are traveling on a passport, and literally just showing the passport, getting stamped, and it's very, very rare any of the passport guards actually check the stamps in the passport. We've seen that a lot, but obviously with the introduction of EES, ETIAS, etc., if you've got a TIE card that's expired, you're waiting for a new one, you're definitely going to need one of these documents. We have got a video on our channel about that, so check it out. In fact, I'll put it in the link below. But the big difference was, here in Malaga, it's dealt with by the comisaría. Okay, so this is where you go to get a TIE card and everything. In Murcia and Alicante, it's actually dealt with by the extranjería, which is the government who issue these permissions. Okay, so the government who deals with the renewals, who deals with the EU family members. When you submit your documents to Mercurio, it's the government who actually issue these documents. So I'm going to do some research to see if you can actually do this online as well, because if normally when dealing with extranjería, everything's done online. But at the appointment, we sent in the taxes, which were the 012 taxes, and it actually rejected them. They said, no, we want 052 taxes because it's dealt with by the government. And that's the taxes that you use to pay when you're dealing with extranjería. And it's in Malaga, it's the 012. You'll find on both of them, on both of the tax platforms, it actually says autorización de regreso. So just bear that in mind. If you are getting one from Alicante or Murcia, you're going to need the 052 tax. If you're in Granada, or generally Andalusia, then you're going to need the 790 taxes. So there we go. We've got Stu and Jaron. Here you go. How's waffles? Coping with the heat? Is it still warm up there? It's been warm here today. I've turned the fan off, you can see. Normally I've got a fan here, but I thought it might be a bit loud. Okay then, so that is our visa and residency section. As I say, I'm afraid I've been off work, so I've got a lot more to tell you today about that. Let's move on to the YouTube section. So we're going on to YouTube, and we've got some YouTube comments to show you here what we got. Oh, I want to put some stats off. Check this out first of all before we get started with the comments. I wanted to show you this stats for the last 28 days. So we've got, first of all, this is what devices. Now that's gone up slightly, but it still shocks me how many people watch on a TV. I think it was Kev the Argonaut who commented it. He liked me showing this on one of the videos once. But yeah, 34% of people watch the channel on a TV, which still shocks me. That's shocking. Have you ever wondered, I said this on the last video, have you ever wondered what a YouTube channel earns? So we've got nearly 5,000 subs, okay, and we have quite a few views. I didn't pull the stats, but anyway, there you go. That's what the channel earns in a month. That's actually quite a good one. It's around 30 euros. So you've got around 5,000 subs and you get the sort of watch time that we get. You'll be earning yourself 34 euros a month on YouTube. So there you go. That's which goes into our coffee and food pot in the office. I can tell you that. Now we've got here, most important stat is we've gone down a bit. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, then please subscribe. Only 51% of the people who listen to the channel these last 28 days have been subscribers. Which is crazy. We all do it, don't we? We all jump on channels, find something we like, and then just hop off and don't write a comment, don't subscribe. But I've been making a conscious effort for all the information I've been finding online to actually subscribe to the channel and write a comment so the person who made that video knows that it was helpful to somebody. And last but not least, oh no, I've already shown you that. So there you go, there's some stats for you. Okay? And we've got loads of comments dropping in. I'll go through to the comments. And Hola, Peter and Sylvia listening. Did you get your car back? Hope your daughter had a lovely birthday. Yes, I did. Got the car back. Many thanks. And we did have a lovely birthday. We actually we had a party on Saturday for all our friends. And that meant that a lot of my friends came as well, because a lot of the parents are our friends. So, it was nice to see them. And then on the Monday, we had some family time on the beach. We just rented some hamacas next to a bar in Torremolino or something. We could just get up, go have something to eat, go back to the beach and just chill out. And to be honest with you, it was a lovely day. Really relaxed. No screen time, which is good. So it's good to have at least a little bit of time away from the computer sometimes to press the reset button and crack on. Hi, Chris. Got my notification this week. So call the live. Oh, cool, Trudy. That's cool. Glad you got that. And here we go. The man himself. Whoop, whoop. I hope you're celebrating that with a glass of cava, not champagne. Cava. You're moving to Spain now. It's all cava now. Thank you. What a great present. Oh, when you come over, I'll send you an even better present. I'll send you a cap. There you go. Anniversary cap. We got some more in the other day. Anaphylaxis, car, que pasa? Well, I'm going to tell you now what happened with the in the Spain section. We've had a terrible time at the weekend. Warn you what not to do. Here packing the removal. Jackie Scott here packing the removal van and getting ready to set off on our way through France and Spain with a little dog. Thanks, Chris and Jane, for helping us get to this point. Yeah, that's great. And I believe we've got your appointment already. That's in Jaén. I think I saw that on the list as well. So that's a good job. And I have to check with the A team who are booking our appointments. But yeah, I think we've got an appointment in there already. And here we go. And 10 weeks, 2 days, Manchester. That's good. To Almeria. That is good. So we've got people now 13 weeks, unfortunately. And brilliant, Jackie. All of that awaits us. Yeah. And look at this. Here we go. I can say your name now. Congratulations, guys. There you go. Sue and Joe there, got your renewals through. Yay. It was a wait. It's always a wait. It's frustrating. But I have to say thank you very much as well, because you weren't saying every week, where is it, where is it, where is it? And you literally just been supporting the channel. And now you've got 2 years under your belt again. Ruscam, I think we now have everything close, ready for next stage. And I hope you had a great break. Cheers. I'll be in contact with you next week and we'll have a final check, Russ, and go through that paperwork and get that appointment booked for you. And in case for information, live in France, and if passing through France, top tip, exit before 10th September with a likely general strike. Oh, which I know there's going to be a general strike. That's a top tip. Thanks, guys, for that. So you guys are coming through France, just bear that in mind. And Marquez, 14 weeks and 14 days, so we're dying it. I know it will be well worth it in the end. Have you got a pet transport companies? Yes. Let me send you a video on that. And on the channel, check out Bobby, our pet transporter. He'd be the guy to speak to. I think we'll miss our current book slot, unfortunately. I know we sent the letter off to him, didn't we? And no response as yet to that letter. So, but hopefully that'll come through soon. It is an absolute pain. Not that you're counting the days, I can tell there. We are as well. Paul Cookson, good evening. And in a photo booth, that's old curtain, really. Looks like it there, doesn't it? Waffles all good. That's good. Pat waffles from me. And just approaching last working day for UK cousins arrive for a week. We're returning 10th and 9th, has switched to 10th, 9th for the 9th to join. Okay, so you're avoiding the general strike as well. I don't think we've got any strike action happening here. And Patrick, hey. How you doing, Patrick? Thanks for your constant support. That's awesome. So we've got 25 on. Right, let's have a look at some questions, shall we? And here we go. The Upsticks photo booth. That was Graham last week. Just wanted to drop in and say hi, and I missed that, so just wanted to say hi as well. Also waiting for his visa from Manchester is Graham. Very, very patient, I can say. And, oh, hang on a minute. What am I doing wrong here? So technicals happened. Here we go. And there was a comment here I didn't understand. It said, of the how to pay speeding fine, it says to me, document no EHAT. Should I type that? I don't know what that means. I honestly didn't know what you meant by that. And Andy Smith, could I get the link to the appointment booking site, please, in Almeria province? I put it below in that video. I've answered that and I put it below. Is there a best time of day to book for the appointments? Unfortunately, there's not, Andy. Now, with the Almeria province, it's extremely difficult. You have to have a digital certificate to book with the Almeria province, and they open them randomly during the week. Though what they do is they tend to actually open it once you've got the time on that week. It'll be the same time every day, but then it makes it harder during the week because everybody starts to learn what time it is they open. So the unfortunate simple answer is, and it's what the A team do who book our appointments, basically you have to try every 5 minutes from 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. That is how difficult it is to book appointments in Almeria. All right, guys, it's an absolute nightmare. There was one point where I actually considered stopping working with Almeria because I just couldn't get the appointments for our clients. And I was like, what's the point of working and making promises if you can't get the appointments? But gladly now we've managed to resolve it with, well, we haven't resolved it, we've just basically put a system in place where we check every 5 minutes the appointments. It's a lot of manpower for one appointment, but unfortunately, yeah, it's not good. But anyway, you can get them. That is the positive news, Andy. You can get them. It's just persistent. You need to sit down one day, constantly on a Monday, keep checking, keep checking, keep checking. Robert Stubbs says, hey, Robert, who's got your visas now. Hi, Chris. Regards to the private doctors, how do people go about getting repeat prescriptions, medication? Well, your private doctor, I believe they can give you prescriptions for up to around 60 days, but you will just have to keep going back and getting a repeat prescription, unlike Social Security, which will give them up to around 6 months, I believe. So it means going back to the doctor and just getting your prescription. Oh, we answered that one. There we go. And Kev says, sorry, my YouTube, this is from last week, my YouTube app balked and I couldn't chat live about rebooting yet. There is a combined water park and zoo in Murcia City. Oh, that sounds cool. Which we visited 3 of the family groups staying. It was quite good, but for the bigger slides, the kids need to be a lot older than 6 years old. Apparently, there's one near Aguilas. We didn't visit, but it's reported to be very good. Great intel there. Cheers, Kev, for those of you who are out there in Murcia. Looks like there's a water park and a zoo. That sounds interesting. And what else have we got going on here on our YouTube comments? Hi, Chris. I'm trying to pay a fine from this no expediente number on my letter. I have tried every single number on the letter, but can't get past the ID on the form. 3 hours of my life wasted. If you want to drop me a copy of your fine through to YouTube at upsticks.es, I would happily look at it for you and let you know if I can pull the expediente number from it. Or failing that, go use your digital certificate to jump on the Me DGT app on your phone. And when you pay on your phone, it's so easy. I got a speeding fine the other day. Can I say it wasn't me? My car got a speeding fine the other day. And I got notified via text, and they've simplified. Back. If you've got the Me DGT app on your phone, once you're here settled in Spain, you've got your residency, your driving license and everything. On here, I got a fine the other day and I got notified by text. So I have text notifications on. So I went straight onto it using my digital signature, either on the PC, I did it on my phone, and the payment is so easy. It literally is fines, check it out, download the fine just to check that it was actually you. Okay, you can identify another driver if you wanted to. In my case, I just paid it because it was my car. It was just a €50 fine, 6 kilometers an hour over the speed limit in a local camera. And it just press pay, go straight to the car payment platform, auto-populated with Google Pay, and it was job done. Now, be very, very, very careful. Do not enter any links which come through text from the DGT. They're scams. Always go through your digital signature. You should never, ever, ever be asked for payment, okay, through a link on a text. Never, 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 never. That is a scam. Be very, very, very careful. So if you get a notification from the DGT via text, well, I got actually 3 texts and 3 emails, and I continue to get them after I paid it even, but never mind. Don't enter those links. Go into the DGT site, or the Me DGT app using your digital signature or your Clave Permanente and pay it through there. For those of you who might not know what the DGT are, because we ramble on about Spanish terminology, the DGT is the Dirección General de Tráfico, which is equivalent to the DVLA, for example, in the UK. So there we go. Next up. Hi, I'm from Pakistan. I think I did this a few, I don't remember now. I'm from Pakistan. My wife and my son have a visa for a year. We plan to travel for 4 months. My question is, can we travel after 4 months? Are we having trouble getting an NIE? I think you mean TIE card there. And if you've got the 365 visas, then you shouldn't have any trouble traveling as long as your visa doesn't expire. And then when you get here, you must register your visa within 30 days. In practice, we know that very rarely happens. I think probably 5% of the people who we get visas for actually end up getting the appointment within the 30-day time slot, because most appointments run in 30, 60, even 90 days, run 90 days after the booking. But as long as the appointment booking slip says on it the 30 days before, you're fine. And in most circumstances, well, in all circumstances, even when it's gone over the 30 days, it's more advisory than a rule. We've never had a problem. We did have one problem in Huelva this year with a renewal, because we couldn't get the appointment for 5 months after the approval came through, and the police went a bit mad. But you know, you just, at that point, you just got to suck it up, smile, take a piece of paper, and be happy. There's nothing else we could do. And they said, well, there was plenty of appointments. So there wasn't, because we tried every 5 minutes for days on end. But anyway, normally it's not a problem. You shouldn't have a problem with that. All right, so what's up next? Where are we now? I'll tell you what we're going to do. If you do want to book a call with us and talk about moving to Spain, you can do that right here using this QR code or the link below. We have a link to our website. Calls are now running towards the end of September. So if you're looking at next year, now would be a great time to book a call. Let's have a chat now. Like I did with Steve and Sarah, I think we were chatting way before you came over. Our journey's been a long one, but I honestly prefer to do that. I really do, guys. I prefer to get in early, have a chat, plan, you know, and move on from there. Right, let me see now. Where are we? Design. I'm a bit lost today, to be honest. So we've done YouTube, haven't we? We're going to do Jane Says and something very interesting and a brainwave that we had the other day. Will we? It was actually Jane's idea. So Jane Says today to ask you guys. So Mick, one of our fantastic clients, who's coming out now for renewal as well, has been posting what he's been eating, what he's been cooking on Facebook. And I found this fabulous, because there's this whole way that people who, when they move over, it's a huge change for you guys. It's huge. You know, it's not going into Mercadona, it's not like going into Tesco's. That's just probably a bad example. They are quite similar. But the whole change in the food that you know, the food that you buy, the way that you cook, the stuff that you learn and stuff like that is huge. You know, I don't realize it because I've been here for 25 years, but even though I know when I go out to the UK, I get a bit lost in the supermarkets. And so we were thinking, why don't we add a food section to this live? And I'd like to ask your opinion whether you think that'd be a good idea. And what we mean by that is, we not only do we want your recipes to share what you've actually been cooking, what you've been, hints, tips, tricks, things, hacks, as they call them, hacks that you've learned when you've moved over, something that you think is going to help people when they move over to Spain. Okay, so where did you buy your HP sauce? Did you know that this supermarket here can get it? That might be a hack. Or it could be, did you know that this is a dish I've discovered? So, for example, I was talking to the other day to a friend of mine, and one of the favourite dishes for kids here in Spain is what they call Cuban rice, and it's basically white rice, tomato frito, which is that tomato sauce which comes in the bricks, they call them, the square packets in the supermarket, with a fried egg on top. And it's the simplest dinner, and they love it. Used to get it all the time in Menu of the Days, and now they sort of stopped it because it seems quite it's actually seen quite as a poor man's meal really here in Spain, and it's seen a bit of a resurgence as well. But Cuban rice is just one of the things that, you know, you've never seen before you moved here. So stuff like that, let me know, because if we are going to do the food section, I want a bit of feedback from you guys to add into the food section. And I was thinking that every week we could like document that, maybe in a leaflet, maybe in a little book, and then after maybe 50 or 60 live shows, we'd have something that we could then send out to people, you know, give to people or whatever, or publish. Let us know if you think that's a good idea, or whether we should just sack that off. So that's our Jane Says this week, and I want your feedback on that. Items today, which I should have prepared actually before, then bear with me. And we got 2 news items I actually want to show you coming up, and I just need to work out how to share the screen. Here we go. So what's the first news item? This one. Invasive, this last year, exactly the same as last year. Invasive oriental hornet continues to spread throughout Malaga province and threatens native bees and insects. We have seen these in our garden, horrible looking things. I'm not one for killing animals, I'm not really, to be honest with you, but if I saw one of these, it wouldn't get away. They're invasive, they're not native to Malaga, and they're killing local wildlife and bees, which in turn pollinate plants, and it's just not a good thing to have about. So I'm not going to read this whole article out, so I'm actually going to try and wrap up a little bit quicker this week. But they say here that it's a species that we're no longer going to be able to eliminate. It's here to stay. This is a pessimistic forecast made by Raimundo Real, professor of zoology at the University of Malaga, when asked about disturbing and increasing abundance presence of the oriental hornets in our streets, gardens, and on the beaches. The dangerous invasive species has continued to spread throughout the Costa del Sol province this year, as the academic expert explained, and also as demonstrated by the data gathered on the removal of nests and swarms by provincial authorities. And it's generally by the bomberos, though, the fire departments. Now, just look at the size of this nest. There you go. That's the size of a nest compared to what they call paper wasp looks like, which is that size, which, believe it or not, is a bit smaller. But yeah, so be careful of these bees, guys, and I'm going to tell you why. So it was on Saturday, before my daughter's party. Now, I've been stung quite possibly 1 million times and never had a problem. Live slightly in the country as well, always getting stung, never had a problem. Got bitten by a snake once, had anti-venom, wasn't a problem. Still here to tell the story. And wasp stings, sat on wasps, etc. Weirdest thing was Saturday, I moved. Now, this is something to be very careful of. I moved a gas bottle. So, we have the gas bottles. Okay. Moved one of those, and the gas bottle underneath it had this. Let me show you again. There you go. That is a wasp nest. It's like one of those little paper wasps, the ones that look quite evil. Subsequently, I moved it, disturbed them. Wasn't their fault, it was mine. And 2 came out. One got me in the hand, and one got me in the stomach. I was just like, oh, that's a bit sharp. Anyway, no problem. Next thing you know, 3 minutes later, tightness of breath, started to sweat, really, really got hot, then started sweating, then looked down, and my hand had blown up like that. That was actually the following day. You probably can't really see it that well, but it had blown up there. Normally my hand's a lot more wrinkly than that. And also where it got me in the stomach as well, it just spread across. It was swollen, even bigger than it normally is swollen. And it wasn't just a beer belly, it was a proper swell. So I cooled myself off in the shower and sat down, had a cold drink, and had an antihistamine, and managed to turn it around a bit, and then cracked on with the day, basically, but with the hand blown up quite big. And then the following day, woke up in the morning, exactly the same. It was just shortness of breath. I think antihistamine must have worn off, and my hand had just blown up really hard. So I went to the emergencies department, sat in there for half an hour, and they gave me an immediate ejection. I have no clue what it was, because the lady, it was all happened very quickly. I said to her, I already had an antihistamine and a painkiller. She could run through there, shouted some numbers, which I'm assuming is the different valve things that they kept pulling from, stuck it straight in my backside, and immediately started to feel a bit more relief, and then been having antihistamines ever since, which actually stopped today. So there you go. And this is the antihistamines that I got. For those of you who want antihistamines, these are apparently over-the-counter antihistamines as well. You can buy them over the counter. And I have to say, I didn't feel drowsy or anything on those. But definitely consult with a medical professional before taking any drugs. I just wanted to show you what they gave me as an example. So there you go, guys. You have to be careful with the bees, and make sure you've got some antihistamines on tap as well if you if you have got bees near your house. Okay, so what's the next article? The article of that is below, by the way. Next article. I found this and I thought it was very interesting. Here we go. This is a blog which is called Carmen Garrido, and I don't think Carmen will be watching, looking at our channel, but the link below has every single date of the ferias in 2025 around Spain. It's incredible. So I'm not sure if every single feria is on there. I think that would be impossible, but certainly the biggest ones are on there. And I went all the way down to September. In September, there's loads still on. I think this could be just Andalusia, to be honest with you. Looking at it now. Then in September, we've got Conil, which is down in Cádiz. We've got Priego de Córdoba up in Córdoba, Baza, Granada, Guadix. That starts next week. That's up in Granada. I imagine that all of these places inland are having their feria now because it's cooler. And then Feria de San Miguel in Torremolinos is definitely one that you have to check out because they have so much going on. They have a couple of running races going on there. They have, every day there's something going on in Torremolinos. So, yeah, the link is below. But if you want to know what's going on with the ferias in September in Andalusia, check out the link below and that blog. Okay, then. Right, let's go on to the chat. We haven't been on the chat for a while. What's going on? A few people on. Is anybody else in it? Oh, here we go. Just checking. Are you calls by WhatsApp or regular call? Either or, Patrick. Regular call or WhatsApp. Either or. No problem at all. Let me know, guys, about the food idea. Come on, give us some feedback. I've got to talk to Jane about it tomorrow, so definitely need some feedback on that. Right. I saw 24 people on. Great stuff. Let's carry on with... out and about in Spain. So, what have we got for you today? We've done the wasp thing, haven't we? Here we go. Right, so we've got some events happening out and about in Spain. Oh, that's one thing I did forget. Well, I'm here, might as well do it. Don't forget, you can catch me. This should have been the YouTube section. On Saturday at 10 a.m. Spanish time on YouTooSpain with Scats. And we're talking about Spain's back to work. So it's the first week of September. What is going to happen next week? Everybody kicks back into life. It's a bit of a kick, roll and scramble. Do you like how I changed that? To basically start again after the summer slowdown. That's it. As fast as it slows down, it speeds up again. And the reason I remembered that is because also Scats is playing this Friday. If you want to go see him, in the Plaza San Roque, Toros Pueblo, and he'll be playing around 6 o'clock in the evening, dancing there, all your 70s, 80s and 90s groovy shoes. Go and support him there. I don't know how he does it in this heat with a stone back. He's just amazing. His energy, he's got it back, and he's at 100% there doing his show. So I can definitely recommend you go and see him because he's been here, did a show for my daughter's birthday last year, no, year before, and he had an amazing time. Fingerola, check this out. In the castle in Fingerola, they have an area which is called Mare Nostrum, where they've been having concerts and stuff. I've been a couple of times this year, and it's a great area to get in. And they're having a Bocata Fest. So the Bocata Fest is a sandwich festival. So I have no clue what all that's about. The link is below, and it's from the 29th and the 30th of August. So tomorrow and Saturday is the Bocata Fest in the Mare Nostrum in Fingerola. I think that could be quite cool, especially if you like your sandwiches, get down to there. And then the last thing for you guys in Murcia, don't forget it's the Feria de Murcia from the 4th to the 16th of September. All right, so from 4th to 16th September, again, I'll stick a link, but if you just Google it, it'll give you the breakdown. I imagine there's going to be lots and lots going on for the Feria, which is the 4th and the 16th to September in Murcia City. And we had some spots. I'm just going to... Yeah, that's better. Is that better? What about that? Even better. Check this out. So this I spotted in Alarin yesterday, driving around full of beach gear. You see the back there, there's all the beach stuff in there. There you go, little Fiat 600, absolutely immaculate. I don't know what that would be worth. Oh, I don't know if that'd be worth, but it was absolutely immaculate, and it was being used as a daily drive almost. It was, you know, they had the beach gear in the back, and off they went. And you can see here as well. This is the rear of it, and yeah, Malaga number plate. So that's MA is Malaga. So it's original number plate. That is as original as you're ever going to get one. It didn't particularly look restored either. It looked like it may have had a paint job. Don't think the blacked out windows would have been a thing back then. I'm not too sure when they manufactured these, but yeah, beautiful looking car. They're just outside of our local supermarket, so I thought I'd grab a snap for you guys. And I had an evening out with Lara, my wife, and also Lara from Upsticks Drive, out in Torre del Mar. Torre del Mar is one of my favourite places in the world. If you can get down to it one day and just have a walk around one summer evening, it is so lively, so full of energy, so safe. It just feels safe being there. So many cool bars along the front. If you fancy sit down and having a cocktail or just a stroll, there's people doing sport, there's people just walking, there's little market stalls, and there's lots of little ginnels with these fantastic restaurants that you can just seek out. And we decided to do a little bit of a tapas roll. We're not going to have something specific to eat. We're just going to go and duck into different places, and we found one of the places which, and sadly I didn't get the photo of it, a little Moroccan place there, which was absolutely incredible. But we did find on the beach a couple of bits. So I found one of these, a good old Bloody Mary, and I have to say it was a fantastic Bloody Mary. There you go. So didn't really fancy any particular drink, to be honest with you, and I thought, oh, I saw that on the menu. It's been years since I had a decent Bloody Mary, and I have to say it didn't disappoint. You can see, like, you've got the beds in the background there. You can even sit on them in the evening if you want as well. Lovely sofas. Torre del Mar is a great place. As you can tell, I'm a big fan. Now, the next day, we went out because we found a Greek restaurant, and check out this menu. You don't get many Greek restaurants in Spain. And excuse me, and this means one off. But the menu, I don't really understand anything about Greek food at all. But that was the menu, $11.90, and the food was out of this world. So this is what I had. Let me just show you what I had. So to start with, I had what they call mini biglia, which is that. There you go. So it's a section that was like almost like a aubergine jam, and Greek bread, some of that sour yogurt stuff, and hummus. It was absolutely gorgeous to start with. Really enjoyed that. And then for the second, I had a kefta, or kefti as they call it there, which is the little, basically, meatballs. Meatballs, chips and salad, but in the Greek style. And I have to say, and this little sauce there, you can see at the bottom there, the red sauce, absolutely amazing. It's like a tomato type sauce. Loved it. And here you go. So that's in Torre del Mar. Check it out. If you want to go down there for a menu of the day, then I would definitely recommend these guys. I really would. It was fantastic. The service was amazing. We reserved the table the night before because it was quite a small place, and I'm glad we did, to be honest with you. I really am, because we wouldn't have got in otherwise. Then what have we got going on here? Oh yeah, and also while we were there, we came across this. If you are in Torre del Mar, which is in Malaga in the Archequia area, you can get a nighttime train tour, and we saw everybody on there. It was more adults than kids, and the train basically goes Tuesday to Friday to 8 o'clock, and then you've got a nighttime run as well on Saturdays. And it's a bit of a tourist tour. It takes you around, and they explain to you exactly all the hot spots for tourists, the church, etc. And it lasts for about an hour, I believe. So I was told. So yeah, definitely worth checking that out as well. All right, what else have we got for you? We've done wasps. We've done that. Well, I think we're nearly at the end, guys. Oh, and just one last thing I wanted to show you here was the walking football mini tournament, which is the 30th of August, and it starts Saturday at 10:15 in the Molina Stadium. That's very near Antequera. As you know, we're supporting the walking football movement quite heavily because we believe that it's a good thing and it helps people, do sport, and it seems to be rising a lot here in Spain. So we support the Inter Molina club, and this is actually in memory of Avril Bain, who one of our clients who sadly passed away the beginning of this year, and her husband we're currently working together, and if you could go and support that tournament, that would be fantastic, because Ava was an absolutely lovely woman, so full of life, and they're going to have a memorial tournament for her. And here we go. Here's your tournament schedule. So that's the teams which are going to be there. So you can see that there's quite Molina versus Stamford. That can't be Stamford next to Peterborough, can it? They're coming a long way to pay. Wow. So yeah, it could be Stamford next to Peterborough. I'll ask Alan. I spoke to Alan, the goalkeeper from Moya International, who's also the international goalkeeper for Spain walking football, and will feature in the cup that they're having, the Nations Cup, this October in Alicante, in Torrevieja, and sent him a couple of caps so he could wear the cap in goal this Saturday, sorry. And he said it's going to be a good day. So there we go. Right, and guys, I think that's it for today. We're wrapping up. I'm shooting off a bit early today. I'm going to get the Barbie on, I think now. Get the barbecue on. I'm just going to jump onto the chat, see who's on there. And we've got, and Sue and Joe, have a great journey, Jackie. Yeah, have a great journey. Take some pics for us, will you? Take some pics, send them across to us, and let us know how your journey goes. Any tips, anything you come across, anything that you think is going to help anybody else that we're not going to learn sat in an office, is what I want to get out on here, guys. That's the plan. I don't want this, as you know, we help people get NLVs, get residency in Spain, etc. But this live, I want it more to be about information, and maybe just getting the community together, making sure anything that you got, which I'm just not going to know, sat behind my desk in Alarinda de Torre. Now we've got this channel to get it out there and help people. So you can email me at youtube@upsticks.es, photos, information, videos, links, anything that you think would have a positive impact, or even a negative impact, if it's going to help somebody on people who move to Spain. Anything you feel they should know, then please just send it to me at youtube@upsticks.es. Even if it's just a photo of a plant you like, what we're talking about, food, anything, because you won't believe the smallest things, okay, sometimes help people when they're moving over. There's also an awful lot of stuff that we take for granted because we've lived here for a long time, and we just take it day to day, and I don't explain it to people when I'm talking, even here. And for you guys who have just moved over or moving over in the process of it, you've got it here in your face. So let's say goodbye for now. And like I said long ago, Greek, there's fab food. Yeah, I do like Greek, and EasyJet are flying to Athens from Malaga. Now, not in the winter, unfortunately, at the moment, but one of our clients did the flight, so it was brilliant. So the summer, you can actually get to Greece now from Malaga directly. Right, that's us. I will see you all next week at 6 o'clock, same time, same place. And if not, I'll see you on Saturday at 10 a.m. on the YouTooSpain channel with Scats, where we're going to be talking about getting back to work.